What's up, DIY queens? It's your design bestie, Cara Newhart, and this is Make Space.
Kell, welcome to Make Space.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I'm so excited to have you on here today. I know that you have like the coolest story ever, and a lot of that's still happening, and there's so much to unpack. But I first want to say, like, I know a lot of your story is so personal, and I just want to affirm that, like, I know that you've opened up a lot online and shared that. But if there's any questions that you're like not comfortable with, just be like, pass, or you can steer the conversation however you want. So yeah, just letting you know. Let's start with how you first like found a love for DIY and design. Was that like something you always wanted, or was that like you fell into it kind of?
I feel like I fell into the DIY and design part. I've always been like that art kid, drawing and doing all of like the little artsy things. I literally graduated college a year late because I took all the art classes, and my parents were like,
I love this.
We're not paying for you to be an artist, okay?
I did the same thing. I had an art minor just so I could have like access to the studio, and they're like, you can't have a major. Like, okay.
Yeah, what's up with our parents, right?
Right?
So I did that a little bit, and then I had a career in healthcare, and then I started doing like little YouTube stuff because people were like, how did you make this? How do you make that? And I was like, you know what? I'll start a YouTube channel. And so I would do that like after work and stuff. And then one day I needed to build cabinets to store all of my YouTube equipment. And at the time, I did not have thousands of dollars to drop on a custom cabinet. So I looked at my husband and I was like, I see these women online like making furniture. Do you think I can do it? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, whatever. When lumber prices were like $1.
Right. I remember those days. It was so fun.
Good old days. And so I think I took like $200 and made cabinets, and I was hooked ever since.
Oh my gosh, I love this. And were you in New York then too? You've always been in New York, always in an apartment?
Always in an apartment.
Okay, so you just made it work from the beginning, because that's one of the questions I get all the time, and I'm like, listen, I got better people for you, because I have like a house with a garage that I fill up with junk. So
yeah, you just make it work. And I remember I had no idea what I was doing. I did not own a power tool kit. Like I got Home Depot is one of my sponsors, but I got a Ryobi's like circular saw from Home Depot, and then I returned it after I was done because I was like, I'm never going to use this ever again.
It's like, well, now I need one every day.
Like, now I need one all the time.
Right.
There was so much sawdust in the apartment when I was making those cabinets. It was ridiculous. I had like a tarp, like covering off the rest of the place, and I was just like, honey, I know this is crazy. Just give me a week and I'll get everything cleaned up.
Like we're in the middle of the process.
I was hooked. Yeah, I was hooked. It was amazing.
I love that. Did anything go wrong? Were you like second guessing in the middle of it, or it was just like?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't be a DIY project if it went right.
If it didn't, yeah.
I'm going to show you the cabinets. These right here, like right next to me. They're they're not my style anymore. I got to do it over.
Yeah.
But I saw plans online and I was like, how they're asking for like a 1x6 or something, and I was like, well, I need to make these like 12 inches, and I was just like, how do I do this? I did the most janky what do you call it,
like joinery
with the joinery. It was just like with Craig screws, and I just well, they're next to each other, let's just sandwich it together.
Glue it together.
I don't know how this thing is still standing.
Hopes and dreams. That's how most of mine things are still held together. Like
absolutely,
literally just sheer willpower. Like I'll make it work. But yeah,
exactly. It's just like, you know what? At the end of the day, it's gonna work because I needed to, and then that's it.
Right. Yeah, that's my favorite. I feel like so many people get into DIY that way, where it's just like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna figure it out. Like I used to go to Home Depot and have them cut my wood. I'd have like the cut list because I was like horrified to use a saw, like wouldn't touch it. So
exactly. Same here.
I feel you. So then that journey, just you were sharing online, and it's just blossomed into more and more projects, and
it blossomed into from hot glue gun crafts to like that cabinet, and then I was just like, maybe I can build a bench, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that. And then my more recent project are my kids' bunk beds that I was terrified to build, by the way, because I was like, this is the biggest thing I've ever built, and I don't know if I'm cut out for this. And I just did it. I was like, it's just a giant box, Kell. Just think of it as a big box and just keep like fitting the pieces together. And it worked out pretty good.
It did. It looks so good. But I feel like also those projects are like, you're like, kids have to use them. So you're like, there's like extra pressure of like, it has to be safe and look
Yes.
good and
Like
so,
it cannot be like what is it? What's that movie? Step Brothers when
yeah.
the bunk beds just it can't be that kind of
No,
situation,
can't be anything
Javier.
like
Yeah.
that. It's got to be so sturdy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I have all kinds of questions about apartment building, but I feel like we should get into the main juicy part first and we'll circle
Okay.
back. My next question was, there's so many fun projects. How do you balance doing the projects, designing your space with like all the real life stuff you have happening? And do you want to share like what that is, like that part of your story?
Yes. So my son was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, which is a
Mm,
rare cancer in 2020.
yeah.
And obviously everything just stopped. My husband and I
Yeah.
were like ships sailing past each other. It's just like we didn't see each
Mm,
other. It's just like, all right, babe, I'll see you later. I'm going to the hospital, or we'll go to
yeah.
the hospital. He also works overnight, so that makes it doubly
Wow. Oh
hard.
my gosh. I didn't
Yeah,
know that. That's insane.
yeah. He wakes up at 2 o'clock in the morning every morning to go to work, which is wild.
Wow. Okay.
And so things obviously stopped. DIY was not in my brain at all, but as
Yeah.
unfortunately, as we got into the swing of things, then I was like, okay, I need an outlet because thinking
Mm,
and being like a momcologist is what they call it, like
yeah.
making all the medical decisions and all of that kind of stuff. I was like, I need to do something else. So I just
Right.
started working with my hands more, which is what encouraged me to do the bigger projects and the bigger builds. And
Right.
it's something about just zoning out and like painting something or just cutting something. It's so therapeutic.
Yes.
So right now, I balance my time by like, hey, hun, I need to do this project. Like right now, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you heard them
Mm-hmm.
laughing just now,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
they're hanging out with dad in their bedroom right now.
Yeah.
And he gives me that time to just
Yeah.
make this space into what we want it to be.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Getting to meet you guys in person, you have like the best vibe. And it's just
thank
so
you.
clear that you're like there for each other 100%.
Absolutely.
So
He is my
it's
biggest
amazing.
cheerleader. He's
Oh.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so clearly, like this started as your personal story, learning to balance all that. And then you've really created such a meaningful way for people to come together and channel their own passion for DIY into like tangibly supporting cancer research. So can you
Yes.
talk about what you've started and kind of the mission behind DIY for a Cure?
Yes. So I started DIY for a Cure in 2021. My son was on his second relapse at the time. And
Yeah.
I feel like relapses hit you as hard or a little bit harder than the diagnosis because, like,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, he's doing great, everything is going good. And then all of a sudden, sorry, it's back. And then you
Oh
have
my
to go,
God.
like, right into treatment. And it's almost like ignorance is bliss in a way because you
Uh-huh.
don't know what to expect. And then, like,
Right.
now you're like, I don't know if can I cuss on here?
Yeah. Let it out. Listen, get
It's
it.
just like shit. I gotta go
Yeah.
back to that. I gotta go
And
back
do
and
it
do
all
this. And
over.
it's just like, oh my gosh, like the helpless feeling that you have is just like, is
Yeah.
this beast gonna ever go away? Because
Yeah.
we had like a little sliver of normalcy and then like the rug
Mm.
is pulled from under you.
Yeah.
So I had that feeling and I was just like, I don't know what else to do. My friend one at the time, her son was on his third relapse. He had
Wow.
acute myeloid leukemia, which is a blood cancer, which is a whole different beast.
Right.
And I was like, do you want to just help me spread the word, spread awareness, contact our friends, and start
Yeah.
DIY for Cure? He was like, absolutely.
Yeah. Like we both need this. And
Yes.
yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh.
so I had a friend that was a graphic designer, and she was like, I can make your logo. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
cool. And
That's
then
so
one
cute.
and I were
Yeah.
like, do you want to like cricket some shirts and like have send it to like X amount of people that sign up? And I think that first year, maybe 50 people signed up. And
Uh-huh.
so they have like the OG, like DIY for Cure logo, it's
Yeah.
gold and like whatever. And then we just started spreading the word. And it was done
Mm-hmm.
through my page, and then
Yeah.
now DIY for a Cure has grown into its own thing where we have our own website, DIYforacure.com. We have our own
Yeah.
Instagram page at DIY for a Cure where I share my story in depth, where one shares her story because unfortunately she lost her son last year.
Oh. Yeah.
So this DIY for a Cure would be the second year that Chase is not here, which is
Yeah.
hard. and then just going back and like editing everything and just like rewatching it over and over. It's just a very emotional time. But
I'm
the
sure.
DIY
Yeah.
community has rallied behind us and helped us raise over $65,000 to date
That's
from just the two
incredible.
events. Yeah. Our goal is 100K. So I think we're going to make it this year.
You're going to make it. And it's because it's coming up again, right? There's like a week.
It's coming up
is it the
28th?
The
23rd to the 30th.
Okay.
It's
and
that
anyone
whole
can
week.
sign up. Like
Anybody
anyone that
can
wants
sign
to
up.
participate.
Like if you draw stick figures or if you don't even have like a page, you can, whatever capacity, all is that you're earnest by like sharing fact slides, sign up to our email list so you get all that information. It's all on our website, DIYforcure.com. Everything is there. So you sign up for the email list. We will send you the fact slides. You can dedicate a small project to it. You can just talk about it. You can share the slide, share the donation link, and ask your audience to help us raise awareness and funds for this terrible disease.
It's so powerful. Like just seeing everyone come together around that, seeing everyone get involved is like, you're making like such a huge tangible difference in the fact that you've created something where people can take their love of DIY and honestly channel like all the fear, right? It's like fear around diagnosis and fear around, can I make this? And you put it all together and it's like, let's push through and make it happen and like make something good.
And honestly, it was overwhelming. We were like happy to raise $500 in the beginning. I was like, I don't know how many people would like want to talk about this because it's not fun talking about sick kids, right? So it's just like, I don't know how many people are going to even want to be a part of this. And the support was overwhelming, absolutely overwhelming. And each year I'm just like in awe. I'm like, you guys want to do this again? Okay, like we're gonna keep going until like the wheels fall
like,
off.
Let's do it. Yeah. Right. But that's such a good point. Like you said, it's hard to talk about sick kids. And I feel like creating something where it makes it easy to talk about is so important. Because I know like when you have a child with a diagnosis like this, it's so hard. Like it's a situation where people can't even see what you're going through. Like I can see it. I hear the story. I have empathy, but like to know what it feels like to be in your shoes, like I cannot fathom. Because I know with my own like parallel story, my dad had cancer. And I remember people out of empathy and trying to be well-meaning would be like, oh yeah, well my dog had cancer and it's so hard. And it's like, it's not the same thing. And I know that like they mean it kindly, but I think it's just hard for people with really big, heavy things like this to like know what to say and know what to do. So to have created something where it's like, now it's easy to talk about because we're all doing it together is amazing. But I guess along those lines, do you have any like advice for people for how to navigate this in terms of like supporting someone going through like having a child with a serious diagnosis? Like how do you support someone or what do you say? Like what's your advice
Sometimes there are no words and that's okay. Like I feel like as humans, we always want to fix something or have a solution for something. And sometimes we just don't have it, and that's okay. One of the things that I wish some of my friends would consider is that I'm also still Kell. I'm not just Donald's mom. I'm not just a mom who has a sick kid. Like, I'm still me. So I want to talk about your life. I want to talk about your problems too. I want to talk about what's going on with you. And oftentimes people are like, oh, I can't even complain about this because you're going through so much. I'm so sorry. And it's like, it's okay. I'm still human. Treat me like a person. I am me, So I just feel like having the parent take the lead, like, okay, do you want to talk about your child right now? Yes, no? All right, you not? All right, let's talk about something else. And just treat it like a normal friendship because we're still human. We're still people. We're just going through some heavy stuff and it sucks. And you're totally allowed to say it sucks and have nothing else to say after that because there are no words for it, you know?
Right. Especially if you don't get it all the way. It's like, it sucks and I see you. But yeah, I think that's such a good tip is to have that check-in and that space where it's like, hey, do you have capacity to talk about something else? Would that be helpful to be able to have like a little bit of a distraction or escape? Or are you so in it right now that like you just need to have
time?
Focus on that.
Exactly.
And talk about that.
And it's okay to give them their space, but ask them also if they want their space because sometimes it's such a lonely
Right.
world because you don't have, I
Yeah.
mean, how many friends do I have that have, kids with childhood cancer? A little bit more so now because
Right.
I've met people, but people in my day to day, I'm like
Right.
the only one that has a child with cancer. So it's just
Right.
like, all right,
Uh-huh.
see where we're at. Like check in. Like, are you good? Are you okay? You want to hang out? You want to
Mm.
go brunch? Like, we
Yeah.
also want to live our lives and not be just bound by that title of mom with a sick child or dad with a sick child.
Right. Yeah. Because you literally are like walking in this dichotomy of this big looming hard thing that you have to face
Yeah,
every day, asking like, what does the future look like? But then like everyday moments where you just want to be
normal. Yeah,
you. Like, so how do you, yeah, how do you navigate that? Is it just like every day's
you
different and
just
we
take it
just,
day by day.
whatever it is
Like
what it
even right
is?
now, today, we
Yeah.
were hoping to have like better news on his scans. It just, I looked
Yeah.
at my husband, I was like, his scans look like shit. And it was just like, all
Mm.
right, we're going to be in the thick of treatment again. And then we're just kind of navigating like, all right,
Right.
we still got to get these kids ready for, have their lunch and we have to still do this and still do that and still function as people with such a heavy
Right.
thing on our heart. So I don't know.
Right.
I just say take it day by day. And honestly, DIY is my therapy. And that's why I build shit because it helps me
Right.
out a lot. Like people are like, oh my
Right.
gosh, your projects are
Right.
so helpful. And I'm like, that's wonderful. But it's also very selfish because it helps me
Right.
too. Yeah,
It's for me.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I first got into it because I lost my dad. He was like a contractor. And so, like, he would have been the one I called up for projects. Like, how do I use this tool? And so it's like, okay, I'm going to do this without him and teach myself. But it's just like
Yeah,
headphones in, working with my hands. It's like you get to shut off
yes,
your brain for a while and stop like
exactly.
thinking about it and being in it. So it's like a specific kind of therapy that you don't even
Yes,
know until you're like in it. And it's like, this is
yeah,
like
all of that.
amazing.
Everything
Yeah.
that you said is so true.
Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah. We talk a lot about on the show how you should like design your house to fit your everyday life, right? That it shouldn't be like a photo copy
Yeah.
and paste inspo. How has something like this changed the way you look at your house and how you like design your space for
Oof,
your
I
family?
definitely am in like the maximize. Have you seen those TikToks where they kind of like try and like build out spaces like those weird like Asian videos where it's just like, whoa. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The feng shui ones where the guy writes the
yes.
floor plan and moves the
Yes.
little bed around. It's like my favorite ones.
Yes.
I know
So
exactly what you're
that's
talking about.
basically me,
Yes.
but like
Uh-huh.
with the building brain in mind. And I'm just like, okay, like the kids'
Yeah.
room, for example. I live in a two-bedroom apartment in New York City.
Yeah.
The rent is expensive as hell. I'm not trying to pay somebody else's mortgage and pay
Right.
like $3,500 for a three-bedroom. And I'm just like, all right, well,
Right.
my son's in treatment. We're here in New York City. We're right over the bridge by his hospital. I'm going to make this place as functional as possible. I'm also blessed with a landlord that doesn't give a
Right.
shit and was just like, Kel, do whatever the hell you want. Just don't knock down a wall. And I was like, cool. So,
Right. Done. Like, I will make this place
exactly.
so much better than you gave it to me. Like, you're
Exactly. You're
welcome.
welcome in
Yeah.
advance. So, what I do
Right?
is that I'm like, okay, I need storage. We're a family of six. If people, I don't even think I explained that. I
Yeah.
have four kids. So,
Yeah, I did not realize
yes.
there was four kids. I'm the oldest of four. That's so
Oh,
fun, but I cannot imagine a
wow. Girl, I
two-bedroom
got to get creative.
apartment.
So, my husband and I had
Yeah.
the primary, yes,
Optimal
we had the
creativity.
primary suite. And then we switched with the kids because obviously there's more of them than us. So now we have a
Okay.
one, like a smaller bedroom, but their
Right.
bedroom is pretty massive. I would say it's like maybe 19 by 15. It's a huge room. And
Okay.
so,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's really
for the
big for
city. So then I was like, all right,
yeah.
let's just do double bunk beds. They're like two twin beds that fit side by side. And I built these massive drawers on the bottom. And I was like,
Right.
all right, now I'm going to leave the middle empty because they're kids and they're going to need some space. For our
Mm-hmm.
bedroom, I
Right.
ended up building a loft with an extra closet because we only had one small closet. So now we have two closets in like this little tight
Yeah.
space. It's tight, but it still works and it's still beautiful. That's,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's like
exactly.
functional and
It's like
well
well laid out. So
planned.
I'm like, all
Yeah.
right. So that's like my
Right.
thing, like small space, like Tetris type
Yeah.
design.
Like how would we
Exactly.
stack things up and hide
Absolutely. I take
storage and
advantage of the
yeah.
vertical space. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's it. It's like a well-planned space actually does more for you than like a big room that's like
Yes.
not well done. So yeah, I love that. What's your favorite thing? Is it the big stuff
Ooh,
to build, like your favorite thing to build, or
depends on how stressed
the
I want
little
to be at
things?
the time. Furniture flips are cool, but I
Yeah.
really like the big stuff because it challenges me. It gives me more space. It makes me do new things because
Mm,
believe it or not, the kids' bunk beds were the first time I've ever built drawers ever. And I
really?
was just
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I was like, okay. Like I try to do new things every single time. I
Yeah.
just like challenge myself creatively.
I love that. I feel like the big stuff when it like really makes the whole room like function different and look
Yeah.
different, you're like, I
Yeah.
really did something here. Like it's
Absolutely.
so
It's just like,
rewarding.
well, dang. Like, did I really
Yeah.
do that? I impressed
Right?
myself.
Like I'm amazing. Yeah. So, I guess I don't even know logistics of like New York. Like how do you get lumber up to your apartment and how
Okay,
do you
so I live in Staten Island, and a lot of people,
Yeah.
when they think of New York, they think of Manhattan. They think of the city.
Okay.
I don't live in the city, nor will I ever live in the city.
Right. It
Staten
sounds like a
Island is
headache.
like the suburbs of New York City.
Okay.
So I just drive with my minivan. I go to Home Depot and get my
Yeah.
lumber, and
Yeah.
that's that. Like,
And that's
it's
that.
pretty easy. I
Uh-huh.
feel for the people who actually live in Manhattan, to go on the
Yeah.
subway or get an Uber. Like, no, I can't. I can't do
Yeah.
that.
What are you gonna take a 2x4 in an Uber? Like I just feel like maybe DIY is not for you. I don't know, but some people make it work. Like I've
Some
seen
people
some
do
builds
make
where
it
I'm like,
work. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Or maybe they
amazing.
walk home. I don't know, but I'm just
Right.
like, yeah, I don't. No, that can't be me.
No.
And it's a
No, me
beautiful
neither.
space. Like, they make Home Depot in the city look so beautiful, but
Yeah.
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
one, it's like I don't know where it is, but it's like big and white and looks very like palatial. And I
Yes,
always
that
want to
is
do
the
like a photo
city.
shoot outside of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I still
maybe we
need to go
should
see it.
go at the end of the
We
month.
really
We're
should.
gonna see each other again. We should
Yes.
go.
Oh my God, we should go because I've
I'm
never
gonna
seen
look
it
it
and I
up.
keep seeing it on Instagram. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. I love this
I'll look it
plan.
up when we go.
Right. We'll do photos. Okay. Done.
Yes.
Um, what was my other question? Oh, building in your apartment. You just like straight up build everything
Straight
inside.
up build everything inside.
Sawdust and all.
Sawdust and all. I have a table saw that I do use in the basement of this apartment, and that is a
Okay.
godsend because you know the table saw is crazy with the
Yeah.
sawdust.
Oh
But
yeah.
everything else, like my chop saw, my circular saw, my um, jigsaw, all of that's
Yeah.
inside. And I
In
just
there.
close the door and I have the headphones on and I just scream
Uh-huh.
loud noises because my kids hate it.
Yeah.
And they just like all
Mine too.
stay in
She's
their
like,
room. Yeah.
Aw.
They like
So
go in their
funny.
room and they're like, Mommy's gonna cut now. And I'm like, okay, I'll
Yeah.
make it quick. So I have to like
Uh-huh.
hurry up and do it so they don't cry. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's a
Aw.
challenge. But yeah, and
Yeah.
then there's vacuuming after each time I use it. So
Right.
it's
Like
not
every single time.
overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah, because you just would track it everywhere. I know, like with
Yeah.
this house, I did some trim and cut it inside, and it's like it just got everywhere in the
It's
house.
like
It's like we should have
sand and
vacuumed.
glitter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Mm-hmm.
gets everywhere
Crazy.
and it doesn't leave.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then do your kids like building stuff with you? Mine like definitely wants to be in every project. She's like 7 and it's like anytime I'm building something, she's like,
Aw.
take me with you and I'll do my notes and I want to use the hammer. Are they like
Oh,
interested or are
she's
they like,
cute. She's the same
no?
age as my boys.
Oh.
My boys are actually like, all right, mom, that's really cool. But my daughter, who's 4,
Yeah.
is very interested. Like, she'll like
Oh.
look at me and like get the screwdriver and try like screwing things in. And like
Yeah.
one day I looked over and she has a drill like this. And I'm like, do you want to help me? And she's like, yes,
Oh,
mommy. And I was like,
yeah,
okay. She seems
that's
like
so
she's more into
sweet.
it than the rest of the kids.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you should get her the tiny tool belt. I'll have to send you. It's like on Amazon. It has all these tiny tools like a baby hammer and I
Oh,
got
she'd
it.
love
My
that.
daughter was like 3 or 4 and it was like the highlight of her life. She was like, I'm
Oh,
ready.
yes, yes, that's my daughter. Every single chance she gets,
Yeah.
she's like peeking through, like, can
Oh,
I help? And I'm like, all right,
yeah.
I'll find something for you to do. Yeah, she'd love
Yeah.
that. We got to send
But
me the
just like
link.
Yeah, and it's orange too, so it works with
Oh,
all the
that's
Home Depot stuff. Like,
perfect.
perfect. It's our aesthetic. Yeah. Yeah, it's also fun to see that because it's like my mom definitely was like teacher, like
Mm.
baking and crafts and like more like traditional,
Yeah.
gender role. And so I learned from my dad, but it's like so cool to me that my daughter is like seeing me be the one with the
Yes.
tools.
Yes.
And that when she goes to school and she's like, oh yeah, this is my thing. My mom made it. And it's just like normal to
Like,
her
wait,
that like
your
moms can
mom
build
made
epic
it?
shit. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And it's funny, your dad was a contractor. My dad is a retired contractor too. He actually
Wow,
built the
that's so
home.
interesting.
I'm from St. Martin, and he built the home that he lives in currently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
so
that's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
I unfortunately never learned anything from him because my mom and I
Right.
immigrated to the US when I was like 10. So
Okay.
I remember being on construction sites, but I don't remember
Uh-huh.
like learning like, oh, this is how you use
Right.
this tool or whatever. But it's
Right.
funny that this is the career path that I chose because I definitely didn't think it was going to be this. And my
Right. And I
dad
would
is
have
just
paid better
like,
attention if I knew. Like,
no,
hello.
right? My dad looks at the stuff that I built and he's like, I should have sent you to carpentry school and not your brother. Your
Yeah.
brother can't do
Yeah.
anything.
I love that so
Yeah.
much.
And it's just
Yeah.
like, maybe I got the talent from you, Dad. I don't know.
Right? There it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. So similar because I learned to use a drill and like a
Hmm.
screwdriver, but not a lot. Like it was never a thing that I was going to be doing that. My dad was like an electrician too, so I'd like crawl around in the
Oh,
hot attics with a walkie-talkie like, "Do you see the wire?" Like it's
oh,
like
that's cool.
but not really like skilled stuff
Yes.
that you learned,
Yes.
It was like more of just being around it or if a house got built, I'd be the one to clean it
Okay.
before it got
Yes. Yes. You're
shown.
the cleanup
So
crew. Okay.
the grunt work, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Same here. I'd be like, okay,
so
I'll help you
fun.
do that. Yeah.
Right, fine. So I guess do you know how long you're staying where you are?
Whew, I
Or
wish I
just
did.
depends?
No, it
Yeah.
depends on scans and how my son is doing. Our
Yeah.
original goal was so after my husband and I got married, we stayed with my mom for a little bit. And then I was like, let's just save as much money as we can. And then I got
Yeah.
pregnant with the twins, and we're like, we cannot stay here any longer because it was
Mm-hmm.
literally
Mm-hmm.
like a one room space. And we were like, okay, we
Right.
need space. So then we came to this apartment, and we were like, okay, savings are going to slow down a little bit, but we can still do something. And then my
Right.
son got sick, and then
Mm.
savings kind of went away because cancer and everything associated with it
Yeah.
is extremely expensive.
Oh,
So we're building savings back up, and our dream is to move further south. I know you just came
okay.
from the south and you came up north, Cara, but we're trying to go down
Right.
south.
You switch me places. You'll like it down there.
Maybe not Texas heat, but like we're
Yeah.
thinking
No.
more of like the Carolinas or Atlanta or something where
Yeah.
it's like the weather is not as cold. I don't want to deal with
Right.
snow anymore. I'm a Caribbean girl. I
Mm-hmm.
can't
Mm-hmm.
with the
No
snow.
snow. Yeah.
But we want to own land and have our own like
Yeah.
space and our own
Mm-hmm.
home. So that is the
Like real
goal. That
space.
is the
Yeah.
dream. Yeah, like real space, like a
Oh.
backyard and
Uh-huh.
not a 4 by 12 balcony.
Right.
Um,
Which you've made the most of. It's like a
yes,
little ridiculous, but
thank
yes.
you. It's like I'm living out my like homesteady kind of dreams in this like little small
Right.
apartment, and
Uh-huh.
hopefully we'll get there soon.
Yeah. Oh, I hope that for you too.
Thank you.
But we'll stay tuned. I guess that's another good question. Where can everyone connect with you online? What's the best place to
Oh,
find you?
I am at Simply Handmade on Instagram, and
Mm-hmm.
that's like my main platform, my main jam. So you can DM me, and I will answer you.
Yeah. And then are you on TikTok or you just watch TikTok?
I mean, TikTok's such a cesspool, but
I know. It really is.
oh my gosh, when
Uh,
I did the kids' bunk beds on TikTok, I was being ripped to shreds. And
yeah.
yeah, but if you really want to follow me on TikTok, I'm at simply_handmade.
Handmade.
But
Okay.
Instagram
It's
gets the
more fun
first
on
look on the
Instagram.
projects.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Because they're nicer. Like they
yes,
receive it better. And so the nice
yeah,
people get it first. That's my role. Yeah.
exactly. And it's
TikTok
just like
is.
I'm not really sensitive about my work like that. Like you can like tell me like, Kel, that plant stand
Right.
behind you looks like crap, and I'm like, all right, it's not for you. But
Cool.
what really
I
got me
like
was
it.
like,
Yeah.
like the parenting thing where it's just like, you're such a crappy mom for having
Yeah.
kids in a small space, or you can't afford it, you're so poor, you're so this, and I'm just like, what does
That's
that
so
have to
aggressive.
do with my project? And
Yeah.
like, what if I'm helping somebody else, you know? It's just like,
Right.
and if you also don't like it,
That's
just keep
really wild.
scrolling. Yeah, it was the Wild
Uh-huh.
West on TikTok. So I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, like,
People coming for your
you,
parenting is like next level. People
yes,
always come for me for what I wear or being a woman, which is like, I will take that all day because I'm trying to make this normal.
exactly.
But if people came for my parenting,
That
I don't think I could like
that's a
handle
whole
that.
other level. Like, I have really thick skin,
Yeah.
and I always say, like,
Yeah.
listen, my son is battling cancer. Nothing else is scary. Like, you can't scare me.
Nothing
You
else
can't
matters.
like
Right. Yeah.
hurt my feelings. My feelings been plenty
Yeah.
hurt by that already. Like, I don't have any left.
Right.
But when
Oh
it
my
comes to my
God.
parenting, like, no, like,
Yeah.
my kids, you got to just leave
No.
them out of that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Yeah. Come for me all day, but not
Instagram's where
them.
the party's at. TikTok kind of gets the
It's the party.
leftovers.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Like, fine, here's a scrap for
Yeah.
you. I like it. And then DIY for a Cure has its own
Yes,
account.
DIY
So
for a cure.
that's
It's at
DIY for a
DIY
Cure.
for a cure. Yeah.
And then everybody can sign up to do it.
Yes,
I
please.
feel like I need to get myself together
Cara,
so I
come
can
on,
participate.
let's do
I really need to.
it.
Yeah. Even something, I should pick something small and not
Yeah,
crazy
no,
so
you
that I
can,
can like
it's
squeeze it
whatever
in.
capacity you want to do. You can share the fact slides. Like I said, sign up so you can receive all
Yeah.
of the emails and stuff. And then you can just share the slides, share a donation link, and that could be what you do. It's whatever
Yeah.
capacity you have. Because I know, like, ending of
Okay.
Q3, beginning of Q4, things are picking up. Like, even myself, I'm looking at
Yeah.
myself, I'm like, you coordinated this whole event, you've known about it for a whole year.
Uh-huh.
Where's your project at,
Right?
Kell?
Like,
And I'm
get it
like,
together.
"Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta figure something out."
Right? It's like we're spray painting a vase
Yes,
this time. Like, done.
that is it.
Like 1
Thank
hour.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
But I like that. That way everyone can get involved, whether you're already doing a project or you want to do something little
exactly.
or you want to pick up a tool the first time.
It
Like,
doesn't matter where you're
there we
at
go.
in your
Yeah.
DIY journey, as long as you share and you spread awareness. And there's also videos on
Yeah.
our page that you can share too. Like I said earlier, I share my story a little bit more in depth and like symptoms and things like that, because I feel like it's
Mm-hmm.
really important to know it as a parent, because my
Yeah.
pediatrician missed every single one of his symptoms leading up to diagnosis.
Wow.
Needless to say, that pediatrician is
Wow.
no longer in our lives, and I don't even know if
Right.
he knows my son has
Uh-huh.
cancer. But it's really important to
Oh,
know, like, as a parent, because it's so rare. You're not going to take your kid to
right.
the ER with like these symptoms, and they're going to be like, "Oh, it's definitely cancer," because it's
Right.
like, I think it's like 283 kids a year get diagnosed, which is not a lot. Yeah,
No.
so
That's
yeah,
wild.
knowing the
Yeah.
symptoms is really
So,
important, and I talk about all of that on
mm-hmm.
DIY for a Cure.
Yeah, there's a lot of good videos over there. I was watching this morning and tearing up at quite a few, but I'm just like, she's amazing and so strong.
Thank
And
you.
yeah,
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 definitely don't feel strong at times, but you do what you gotta do and you
yeah,
keep pushing forward for your kids.
right. Yeah. But that's like, I think real strength, I think we often think of strength as like
Yeah,
power and muscling
yeah,
through, but it's like real strength is like a kind of endurance
mm,
where like when you're tired and dead and everyone else would be giving up, you're like
I gotta keep
still
going.
going.
Yeah, I was just talking
Yeah.
about.
Because you don't have a
I
choice.
don't. I really
Yeah.
don't. And like when people say like, I don't
Yeah.
know how you do it, and it's just like, not to be so morbid. And I'm like looking here, and maybe my son's not listening. It's just like, do I help my son
Yeah.
or do I just watch him die? Those are my
Right.
choices.
Those are the two
Those are the
choices.
only two
Yeah.
choices. And every single parent that loves their child would choose to fight for them
Mm-hmm.
in whatever capacity.
Right.
So I say every parent is a
Mm-hmm.
superhero. They're strong, they're resilient. You're just not
Yeah.
in that situation to be that. And I pray that you never are, but
Right.
everyone has it.
Right.
Yeah,
You just don't know until you get there
exactly.
and you have to.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ugh, this episode's so good.
So,
I'm so excited to share this. And I'm so excited to be able to highlight your work a little bit and get it out there
thank
more. Because
you.
it's like every piece counts, every dollar
Yes.
matters. And yeah, you're making like a huge real impact and what you're doing is amazing. So
Thank you.
thanks for sharing and thanks for
Thank you
coming.
for having me.
Thanks for listening. And if you've got more episodes to catch up on, binge on. Don't let me stop you. But if you've got a second, you should come say hi on Insta @MakeSpacePod. And if you're an overachiever, you can also leave a review and I'll love you forever. If you're new here, hit that follow button to officially become a DIY queen and join all the amazing humans tuning in every week.